Welcome back to the Green Means Go channel. It's your host, me. And I suppose it's my wife's channel now. You know, I can't hit anything, but I asked my wife, who doesn't know a lick about the MLB, and she comes up with two winners. Now, I guess I should take some credit. I did provide her the menu. She just ordered the correct entree. Yandy Diaz and Ohtani cashed for us. Outside of that, it was a pretty solid day. Manzardo, Ramirez, Bell, Duran, Adames, Diaz, Kelly, Contreras, Suarez. Can we talk about Suarez for a second? On fire. And Ohtani. So we're almost complete with our daily challenge. We have Tuesday today. I came up with something for today to complete the calendar. I don't know how I feel about it. We'll see. We'll talk about it. We got some things coming down the pipeline. Stay tuned for that. The day is weird. The day overall does not look fantastic. But there are spots and prices that I felt they were too hard to pass up. So we'll just say that. Game in Cleveland is all around gross. Ramirez and Manzardo. If I had to run it back, if I had to pick anybody, I would run it back from yesterday. It's a very hard pass, though. Game in Pittsburgh, I don't love overall, but the prices are very tempting. Colt Keith, Spencer Horwitz, and Brian Reynolds all sit at fantastic prices, even for the pitching and conditions. I think those are more than fair. Game in Miami, gross. Only one homer hit yesterday, and it was Kyle Stowers. Guy continues to just mash the baseball. Luis Ariz, Jackson Merrill, Augustin Ramirez, and Kyle Stowers would be my leans in that one. Game in Washington, I said this is a brutal start to the night, guys. Look at this. Look at the red on this page. Red and yellow, just nothing that screams home runs. James Wood and C.J. Abrams will be my leans for the game in Washington. Don't like anybody today for the Reds. Game in Pittsburgh is where we're starting to pick up the pace a little bit. Okay, I can work with what we have here. Alex Bregman, Rami Gonzalez, Trey Turner, and Otto Kemp would be my leans. All match up well. All have decent prices. If you want to play Kyle Schwarber or Bryce Harper, you go right ahead. But I want to go with the righties today just because of how the conditions are. Game in Toronto, looks like good pitching. So I'm a little bit wary, but Toronto has lent itself to some home runs lately, so we'll call it yellow. Cody Bellinger, Stanton, Barger, and Nathaniel Lukes are all my leans. Game in New York. Nothing special here, nothing horrible here. Zach Neto, Nolan Shonowell, Brandon Nimmo, and Jeff McNeil are all of my leans. You know, it's been a while since we've had a Shonowell, but I think he matches up well today. He's poised today. Good matchup, good park. So I'm fine with it. Game in Atlanta might be one of the better spots. It's the first spot I looked at that said, okay, all right, this feels like we could get some home runs in, which is a little disappointing for a Dinger Tuesday. Regardless, Mike Yastrzemski, Rafael Devers, Matt Olson, and Jurickson Profar. That Olson number 475 is very good for him, I believe. That's a generous price tag for a guy who hits home runs. But I do think San Francisco has the better matchup overall. Game in Tampa Bay, best park, best weather we've seen thus far. It'll probably rain and get canceled. Just how it goes. Luis Robert, Mike Tauchman, Junior Caminero, and Jonathan Aranda are my leans for that one. Game in Texas is just an overall pass. It doesn't look good. Nobody looks good. Prices, if you want to go with Nicholas Kurtz, go ahead. Guy has been unbelievable. But I don't want to. I don't want anything to do with Jacob deGrom today. None of these guys look good against deGrom, so I'm staying away. Corey Seager's my only lean, and I don't even like him at that number. Again, guys, I'm sorry, but here we go. Here's some green. Hang your hat here. If you want to put your hat in the ring of home runs, look at these two games. I think they're the best. Bobby Witt Jr. at 420 is a very good price. Salvador Perez, 4-1. Carson Kelly and Seiya Suzuki are all the spots that I would look. The wind is blowing out to left field, which means focus on righties in this one. They should have the best luck. Nick Lofton, maybe for Kansas City if you want to get cute. He's an option as well. He was kind of the third on the list. Game in Colorado also looks good. I like some Colorado bats here. Mickey Moniak, Ryan McMahon are my third and fourth favorite plays. Brendan Donovan, Alec Burleson, Ezekiel Tovar, and Michael Toglia are my first favorite plays. First two favorite plays. Check Burleson. I think he's hurt. Some places have him, some places don't. He may not play. Take that for what you will. Game in Arizona. I kind of like Houston's money line here. Altuve and Diaz would be my leans. Marte and Suarez. Why not Suarez? And 4-1 is crazy. For a guy who's doing what he has been doing, I don't care who he's facing. It is Framber Valdez, so maybe I do care a little bit. But that's why his number's at 4-1, because he's facing Valdez. Regardless, guy continues to just do his thing. So at 4-1, I don't care who he's going up against. I'll put him on there. We're homerless. Let's just say homerless in Seattle. Sorry, we're not home. It was supposed to be like a sleepless in Seattle joke, but I understand that sleepless in Seattle has like a ring to it because it's alliterative. Homerless in Seattle is not alliterative. The point is, I said none yesterday. I don't think there was a single home run in the game. I didn't like it. I don't like it again. We got Jacob Mizorowski and we got Logan Gilbert, two probably of the best pitchers for each team. Nobody looks good. We're homerless in Seattle. And finally, the game in LA is okay. Wallner's a good price at $550. I have Buxton on here, but I changed it to Cody Clemens, and you'll see why in a second. I like Cody Clemens a little bit better than Buxton. So since I changed it, you probably should just go Buxton. Freddie Freeman and Shohei Ohtani. Okay, so what do we decide today? First, we got our last day. I believe this is the 5th day of dingers. We're going to go back to Mike Tauchman. He was 0 for 5 yesterday with 3 strikeouts. I'm not scared. I'm not worried about it. Different pitcher, different setup, still a great park. Mike Tauchman and Bobby Wood Jr. for our dinger boost. Let's cash one of these, please. Here's what we're running. We're going to run top 10 Tuesday. And I'll tell you what that means in a second. Here is my first round of eliminations. Without being too critical, I got my mega list down to this. Well, Green means go. That looks like your mega list. Yeah, I cut out a few names. All right. This is my further slimming down. Since we need to have only one per game, that's kind of what this came down to. I think this was 13. Here's my final list. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to go Bregman, Clemens, Ramirez, Wood, Keith, Profar, Caminero, Neto, Kelly, and Tovar. These are my top 10 picks, favorite for the top 10 games that I expect home runs in. Now, I don't expect anybody to tail this. This is pretty ridiculous. Again, this is just an experiment. This is just for fun. So we're going to go top 10 Tuesday. What I did is I put all of these into one slip. I went on Canby. That's I somehow still have a fresh Canby account. We don't have to talk about that. But I put all 10, probably because I'm doing stuff like this, I put all 10 of these guys into one slip, and I usually don't talk money. I like to talk units, but just for the sake of you understanding what I'm doing here, I put $1 on all their straights. Great. If 2 of them hit, worst case, it's Caminero and Wood, and we lose a couple bucks. So if we hit 2, we likely profit just because of where these guys sit. If we hit 3, we profit, et cetera, just on the straights. Okay. Then on the times 2s or the parlaying everybody's matched up with everybody, 25 cents on those bets. If you heard that, it's a loud dog toy. Somebody stepped on it downstairs. And then I did times 3, 10 cents. It's a lot of bets. I think it's like 100 and some bets when you triple them off. So at 10 cents, it's like $12, I think it ended up being. And so we're gonna let it fly. Now, best case scenario, we hit all 10. That's impossible. Let's say realistic best case scenario, we get 4 of these guys. And we hit 2 different times 3s. We hit, I don't know what that is for times 2s, 6 different times 2, something like that. And we hit 4 of our straights. Or again, I'm not speaking to the profitability of this. I'm sure this is stupid, but this is just for entertainment. This is top 10 Tuesday. We can have some fun. I bet very low denominations. And if I'm frustrated and mad at the end of the night, then we'll come back next Tuesday and we'll do 15 or 10 cents here as well. Maybe we won't bet the straights. We'll keep slimming it down. But right now, I was comfortable with this wager in total. I think it was like $30. $30 on home runs tonight. Plus our dinger bet. Okay. So that's it. I'm going to a minor league baseball game today. They got dollar concessions. Dollar Tuesday. People are telling me, do the 9x9. I don't know if I want 9 hot dogs in my system. But it would be good content. We'll see. Love you. See you tomorrow.